Ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to show her a really, really wonderful Dubai welcome. To your excitement and a lot of love, please put it together for Brianna Hildebrand!
Thanks.
They love you. They really love you.
Thanks, guys. I love you too.
No, it's really awesome to have you here. Now, tell us, how did the journey here go? Did it take a while? Did you enjoy the flight?
No, it took like 16 hours.
Yeah.
It was
Sorry.
bad, but it was okay.
So, kind of all right. First time in Dubai for you?
It is, yeah.
Yeah? Oh, awesome. Have they let you out of your hotel room to have a look around, or do they have you under armed guard? Because I swear there were like 6 guys that they're about as wide as I am tall, like escorting you in. Like,
They are huge. Their arms look like my legs.
I
yeah.
swear,
It's
their
crazy.
arms look like my head. With the bouffant hair, like it's amazing. But is that your life now? Like, can you actually go out and go anywhere without muscles behind you?
Yeah, I can do most things, actually. Most people don't really recognize me, at least where I live.
Oh,
Just
yeah?
like going to the grocery store or whatever.
Because how many short-haired, red-haired girls who've been in a superstar action movie are there in your neighborhood anyway?
So many.
You live in LA, don't you?
Yes, I do. But,
So-
yeah.
Let's start with something that absolutely everyone wants to ask you about, I'm sure. By the way, guys, I'm just going to point out, I'm going to take about 30 minutes, but then she's going to be taking questions from you. So, my socks, I know.
They're nice.
And so come up with some nice questions that you want to ask. Clever questions from the 3 of you, because I can see your smiles, and I'm just like, yeah, you see? Yeah. So let's start with your amazing feature film debut. Now, this is the first feature film that you actually acted in, and what a score! Like Deadpool, and that's kind of amazing, and the character that you played in it. I need to get this right. Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Now, seriously, be honest. Like when they came to you with that role, when you first heard that name, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, did you go, wait, what? What?
No, actually, I got the script, and it wasn't called Deadpool. It was called Wham.
Wham! Like the old band? Oh, it's
Yes.
Christmas. Like, no? Okay.
That was the code name. And also, my character's name was Kathy when I auditioned.
Kathy. So Negasonic Teenage Warhead just wasn't there. It was Kathy.
It was Kathy. And they didn't tell me anything about her. They just told me that she was a teenage mutant.
So wait, they actually came to you and said, we're making a film about Wham, and you're going to play a Kathy, and you still said yes?
Yes, I needed money.
Yeah, isn't that all of us? Round of applause for that. I mean, that's an awesome, we're all there, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, I mean, take us deeper into that. Like, what was the audition process like? When did you figure out that Kathy was actually this uber cool mutant? How did it go?
I think at the callback is when I figured out that her name wasn't actually Kathy. So I went in one time and I read for a casting director, and she just stared at me weird, and I was like, okay. And then I got a call back like a week later, I think. And they were like, by the way, your character's name is Negasonic Teenage Warhead, and the name of the movie is not Wham. And I was like, cool.
It's not the reunion tour. We're doing something a lot cooler. Now, I mean, one of the things, and it'd be nice to get your opinions on this later. And do you know, I've just done something terrible. Before you walked on stage, I looked at her and I said, "Ooh, are you Goofy?" And apparently it's a series that my generation hasn't even watched. I'm really ashamed of the fact. I'm really ashamed of the fact that all my cultural references come from the 80s, and like I don't even know. Do you know what that character is?
No.
Because I thought it was from Mickey Mouse.
She looks great.
It's awesome.
So.
It's awesome, but it's just like it's.
Wait,
it's,
you
it's,
thought
it's,
she was Mickey Mouse?
No, I thought she was Goofy.
Oh.
The bigger dog in Mickey Mouse, or maybe Pluto. No, not Pluto, more Goofy. And I thought the M actually was like Mickey, but that's just me. Hey, okay, forgive me. Now, but you know, I think that brings us to this really important point that sometimes there's this sort of disconnect. Would you believe if I told you that I qualify just barely, but I qualify as millennial by about 24 hours? So I'm like a cusp millennial. But I mean, Negasonic Teenage Warhead. No, I'm not lying. I don't get paid to lie. I get paid to tell the truth. Like, you know. But Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Now, she's meant to be this like the epitome of all millennials. Like she's meant to be quite representative of a certain type of millennial. Like, would that resonate with you? Would that resonate with actual young people?
I think so. It resonated with me. It reminded me of a young teenage Brianna who was listening to heavy metal and like skipping school.
You did
that
all
was
that?
me.
You did all that?
That was me, yeah.
Great. Well,
Yeah.
when their reports go home, I'm just going to go, sorry, we were in conversation with Brianna, and they just took the wrong message. Yeah. Do you hear what she said? She's like, I just had my exams, failed everything, and now I'm here. But we love your outfit.
Yeah, she looks great.
See, I was going to go Star Wars, but that's probably really old as well, so I'm just not even going to guess.
Did you just say Star Wars?
Yeah, I really don't. So, apart from the two of you, who else watches this series? Are you laughing at Star Wars? Are you? Yeah, dude, listen. She's actually just sitting there laughing, going, oh, Star Wars.
This guy.
Yeah, that guy. So you think that it resonated? You think that...
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't think that everyone will be able to relate to any certain character, but I think that she really sums up the kind of like stuck in social media and oblivious to the outside world teenager that like exists today. Because I had a lot of friends like that.
Yeah. But today, for instance, now that you look back at her, well, you just played her, but you said that she reminds you of your high school years. Like, would there be a lot of similarities between you and her now still, or have you moved on?
Kind of. There's a little bit of Negasonic on the inside of my heart somewhere. The old angsty teen in me never completely died, you know? I still can rock out to some heavy metal, or, you know, I really like black clothes. But,
so do they. That's great.
Yeah.
But I mean, I suppose, look, but when you're a teenager, right, isn't everyone angsty when they're a teenager? I mean, it's a thing, right? You're meant to be, look, like, you're angsty now.
I feel like most
you're
of them
sitting
are.
here angsty, yeah.
I feel like most teenagers are angsty. I think it just depends on how you handle your angst. Like, there are some people who handle their angst like Negasonic does, and they're just really outward about it and outwardly don't care. But then I had friends in high school who were, like, super studious and, you know, amazing at school, and so...
It's true.
Yeah.
But I mean, I suppose with Negasonic handling her angst, like, it kind of helps if you can level buildings with your, like, with firepower. I mean, that's a great way of externalizing angst. You just, like, aim it at the bad guy.
Definitely.
But, I mean, if you don't have that power, then how would you... Then it's heavy metal, I guess?
Yeah, then it's heavy metal, black clothes, skipping school. Don't skip school, I just...
Don't skip school.
I made the mistake for you.
But look at how amazingly you've turned out. So, you know, really that's kind of... Isn't that almost a case study for skipping school? I'm not saying that.
Okay, well, you said that, and that was not me. So.
Don't cut my mic off. Don't cut my mic off, please. You know, yeah, so Negasonic Teenage Warhead has this awesome set of powers, and, you know, we've seen her in... Yeah, I know, no, it's awesome, just awesome. Tell me this, if you had those powers in real life, like, how would you use them to change the world, or would you just go, I'm gonna blow up stuff and listen to heavy metal? Like,
honestly, yeah, I think I'd probably just blow stuff up, or like I'd blow stuff up at like the bowling alley.
Yeah,
I'd always get a strike. I don't know. I'm trying to think of heroic ways I could use
those
them.
powers, but they're quite destructive powers, right? Like, you can't actually go, oh, there's been an earthquake. With my explosions, I'll rebuild this house for this person. Like, it's more about leveling stuff.
I could demolish buildings or something.
Yeah. I mean, we do a lot of demolishing of buildings in Dubai. So
I wore my
overalls.
overalls.
They're like,
so
this
I could
hotel
help with
is 6 months old. It needs to come down, and a new one needs to go up there. So you could, like, bring those down, maybe. Yeah.
Sure. Why not?
Like, how did you actually... Here, I'll just put them here so that we can both look at them. So we're on this question now.
We've already done that many questions?
Yes, I've done my research. Yeah, I know. See, I'm not as flexible, so I can't actually do that and getting stuck. But one of the things that I'm always interested in is how does one get ready for that sort of role? Did you spend a lot of time swatting up on the Marvel universe and...
Not necessarily.
No?
Because Negasonic's only in like 1 or 2 comics. originally, and then she dies.
She dies.
So, I know.
No, not her character, guys. Not her character. See, yeah. No, she's very much still alive. Give her a round of applause for staying alive. Yeah.
Thank you.
No, I mean, but you were aware, right, that like Tim Miller, when he directed this, he actually completely changed the powers that your character originally had. Because has anyone actually read about the original Negasonic? You have. So what power does she have originally? Yeah, she's telepathic. And basically, she foresees her own doom, and then she dies.
Well, actually, when the script was written, she was still telepathic. There were little like jokes in the script that hinted to her being able to see things, but ultimately they ended up being cut out, along with a couple of my other scenes. But yeah, so I think, I don't know, I'm not sure if that was intentional.
Yeah.
For her to be not telepathic, or if they just did it for other reasons.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it's actually quite difficult to. I can imagine, like, if I'm Tim Miller, I'm like, how do you even show telepathy on
Like
the big
this.
screen? Exactly, and that's what happened in the X-Men Apocalypse film. It's like Jean Grey's going, and I'm like,
so funny.
like, you're not a security guard at the Dubai Mall. It's like, nobody actually touches the side of their head. It's a really lame power to have, like, if you can't use your brain without touching it. So it's like, I need to solve this maths problem. But my hand, so basically to neutralize Jean Grey, you just have to give her a handshake. And they're like, but I can't. That's, yeah.
I auditioned doing that.
Oh yeah, did you?
Yeah, originally the introduction scene for Negasonic, it was like on the highway. It was a lot longer. It was so much longer, and they cut it up a lot. But I did that whole scene for the audition, and I did that. I
am thinking deeply.
Angrily stared directly into the casting director's face, and that's probably why my audition was weird, actually.
How did you? I mean, how was it like on that set? Now, we've talked about the audition, but I mean. What was it like? Was it a really great set? I mean, it must have been really thrilling for you, because didn't you say that you had a girl crush on Ryan Reynolds, and then suddenly there you were playing against him as one of the leads? Yeah,
when I auditioned, I think my manager told me that he was going to be involved with production or something, and I was like, oh, cool. Like, I love Ryan Reynolds. Like, maybe I'll be able to see him. And then I showed up, and he was there. We had like rehearsals, and yeah, I was super starstruck. It was kind of embarrassing. But I did Photoshop myself into a picture.
No, I've got that. Have you guys heard this rumor? Seriously, when she was a freshman, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what the website's saying anecdotally, that when you were in freshman year, you actually Photoshopped yourself into a picture with Ryan Reynolds and then distributed it. I mean, I'd expect that lot to do it, but you yeah.
Wow.
You would.
She could be the future Negasonic.
You totally are. Like, you just have to shave your hair and get a better costume, and you'd totally be the suit. I mean, I love your costume, but it's just not Negasonic. Oh, she is taking her hair off. Oh my God, that is just the best thing I've seen all day.
It's amazing.
You're
I
both
like your hair.
I love your hair, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's awesome. So tell us about this picture with you photoshopped onto. But was it a really obvious Photoshop?
Yeah. You know what's stupid is that I didn't even Photoshop myself like casually, like hanging out with Ryan Reynolds. No. The photo is just him walking like shirtless, and then me in the background like freaking out that he's there. Like I was like, I don't know why I did that.
We've got the cross now. One of the things that I need to look, I'm flipping the page, so we're onto this set of questions now. But I mean, look, I just want to tell you guys, and it's better if I do it because I know that you don't talk about your film repertoire as much, but Deadpool was your feature debut, your first feature film, but you were also Julie in Prism, right? Did that happen before or after Deadpool?
Before, way before. It happened when I first moved to LA.
Yeah. And then you were Sasha in First Girl I Loved, before or after Deadpool?
After.
That was after. Mm-hmm. What are we seeing you in next? What's happening?
Next, I just finished filming a film called Tragedy Girls, and it's really cool. It's like a horror comedy movie. It's about these two girls in high school who have a blog about the horrors in their town. But the cool part about it is that I got to act across Alexandra Shipp, and she played Storm in X-Men Apocalypse. I don't know if you guys know, but she's super cool.
Sure.
And
So you and Ship, we're shipping this great. But I mean, I'm looking at this, and you've got like Prism, you've got First Girl I Loved, and then you've got Tragedy Girls, Deadpool. This is all a bit morbid, like, you know. But then, you know, and once I realized that, I actually went and researched your name, and it is the coolest thing ever because Hildebrand is a Germanic legend. It actually means battle, sword. Now, I'm not kidding. Is that true?
yeah,
You've actually got sword in your name?
yes.
I really want sword in my name. I think that's the most like, and not just sword. Sword's good enough.
Sword.
Battle sword.
Battle sword.
Battle sword.
I like the way you say sword.
No, but it's lovely. I have a sword. I will smite thee with it, and it's in my name. I don't just have it. It's my last name. That's great. Like you've effectively weaponized your last name. All right. Do you know what I think we're going to do? Enough of like my banter. Like you guys, you're just scared. You're just staring at me so intensely. So that's fab. I know. Thank you. Like you're not even looking at her. You're looking at me, dude. Why? Oh, okay.
Because you look great today.
You're awesome, thank you. Love the hair. Like, this is just complimentary fest. Look, I'll tell you what, you guys have been amazing. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to stop talking. I'm going to stop talking. You guys are going to start talking. Let's take some questions. Raise up your hands, no shouting. Who wants a question? Hands? Hands? Okay. Yeah, you're closer to stage, so you're coming up here. Yeah. You like me? Come here. I don't bite. I also don't grope. I'm not Donald Trump. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Like, guys, round of applause for this lovely outfit. And after we're done, could somebody please explain what that character really is? All right, so what's your name?
It's Landon Watson.
Landon Watson. No, is that your character name or your real name?
No, it's my real name.
Real name. Okay, what questions do you have? How would I know? I don't know that character.
The character's Metaton.
Melatonin. Melatonin. That's sort of like why I'm dark and
Yeah,
you're
sure.
not.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Melatonin. That's kind of racist, actually. Okay, sorry. Question, quick.
Wow.
My question is, what was your favorite movie that you acted in?
Probably First Girl I Loved.
Lovely.
I filmed it probably like a year ago.
Yeah.
It just came out on iTunes. But it was really fun to work on. I like the smaller movies. You get to like have a little family with all the cast and stuff.
Why don't you stand here? Because I'm leaning back and it's like core strength. Yeah. Okay. Lovely. All right. So, do you have a follow-up question? Is that leather?
No, it's actually car foam.
Car foam.
It's foam.
It's foam. It's
there you
lovely.
go.
All right, take a seat. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait, lady in green has a question. All right, we'll do it quickly. Actually, I think after
Hello.
this, I'll just
Hello.
give you the mic there because I'm taking too long. Go on.
Hi, I'm Josephine, and my question was, how was Ryan Reynolds on set?
He was hilarious. Yeah, he's really
I
funny.
figured.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that's like always on, and like after a while, it's like, who's writing these jokes for you? You know, you're like, you can't be that funny, but he just is. So that's great.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. All right, lovely. Do you have, while we're waiting for the next question, do you have like a really funny anecdote about like one anecdote you can remember from set? Okay, you can come on up.
We were filming the taxi scene with the guy who was the stand-in for Colossus. His name's Andre.
Yeah.
And then obviously Ryan. I think Karen too. And someone definitely passed gas in that taxi, but like nobody was willing to own up to it. So that was terrible because we spent like 3 hours in that taxi just like smelling each other. It was really great.
Really?
That was
Great.
probably a gross
So,
one.
like, from
I'm
all of
sorry.
Deadpool, that's what you took away. Somebody farted. It's a good movie, but somebody farted. That
Yeah.
taxi, 3 hours. Question, ma'am.
My question for you is, what do you think was the hardest scene to ever shoot in Deadpool?
Oh man. I think honestly, probably just the scene on the highway, because a couple of the days that we were shooting, I think we shot for like 4 days on that highway, but a couple of the days we were shooting, it was so cold. It was like so cold, and it was like almost, it was like sleeting, I guess. So I was in a leather suit and on a metal car. That was the hardest part. It was just not like shaking while I was supposed to be mad. I was just like
Really hard to.
really weird. Like Tim was like, okay, like someone get her a coat. She looks miserable.
It's really hard to like stare intently when you're freezing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, take that mic with you and give it to somebody. Okay, that lady there first, because no, I'm only doing front row thus far, so we'll do that one there, and then we'll come to you. I'm taking 3 more questions, so that's 2. 1 more question from somebody? Yeah, but you guys are front. Well, you've been. Hang on, I'll ask. You want a question? You want a question? Okay, I'll give the both of you questions, and that's it. Right, go, ma'am.
You get a question.
Hi.
You get a question. You get a questions for everyone.
Okay.
Sorry.
Really? Okay. Hi. If you could be any other Marvel character, dead or alive, who would you be?
Catwoman.
Nice.
Like
at
it
you.
might be the wrong house a little because Catwoman might be DC.
Yeah.
But
But
that doesn't really
Catwoman's
count.
the only person I want to be, honestly.
Is it because of the latex? Because she likes
Yeah.
latex as well.
Yeah, I
That's
really
right.
like her suit.
Yeah. But in Marvel, so Marvel's like.
I literally can't think of anybody else. Well, maybe
She'll
I
think
could
of one and she'll come back to you.
Nah.
But for right now, Catwoman. Look, DC is
Maybe-
awesome as well, by the way. So like, and I actually like Batman versus Superman. So that's
very,
another.
Very bad choice.
DC would be awesome if I were Catwoman.
You
so-
don't. Yeah. Round of applause for that. Round of applause. All right. So there was another question. It was you, and then no, it was the lovely lady in the Halloween mask there.
Thank you. So what made you decide to go into acting?
I didn't really. I moved to LA because I'm a musician. I'm a singer-songwriter. And for the first year of my time in LA, I worked on an album, which hasn't been released. And I performed a show at the Grammy Museum. Possibly. I don't know. I would like to release an album in the future, yeah, but I'm not sure about what I worked on before. When I record it.
All right. Who'd listen to an album? Right here. Okay. So that's like you've got like 8 sales already. You're almost at platinum. You just need a few 100 billion
The
more.
numbers are skyrocketing. I mean, sure, if you bring it to me to sign.
All right, guys, come back to the future. First, let's make a few songs and then she'll sign it for you next time. You, sir.
Hey, how are you?
I've got no flirting question. Like, hey, how are you?
I'm sleeping over here. Okay. Hey, how are you? What is your favorite Star Wars character or Star Wars movies?
Oh, he's a Star Wars fan. You guys were laughing at Star Wars, weren't you? Like,
I like Chewbacca.
Hey!
Yeah. He's
Oh.
cool.
All right, there was a gentleman back there, 2 rows back. Throw the mic over. I mean, don't throw it, pass it on. Oh, look,
Sick
he's
mask,
got a Deadpool.
bruh.
Oh, he's actually got a Deadpool mask. That is so cool.
It's amazing. He cannot breathe in there.
Like, how did Ryan actually see out of that mask? Or did he act blind all
I
the
like
time?
your outfit.
No,
yeah,
there
he
were
does.
like little mesh holes around his
gotcha.
eyes. And it was really cool because the mask actually, you could take the eyes out of and then replace the eyes with dots around the eyes so that they could animate the eyes to make facial expressions and stuff.
Oh, that's awesome.
Fun
All right,
fact.
sir. Question from you. Guys at the back, how much time do we have? Can I take more questions or are we done? We're done. All right, last question.
Yeah, I need to know, what's your favorite chick flick? Guilty pleasure.
My
this
favorite
has to be
chick
like,
flick.
Yeah.
Guilty pleasure. I don't know. I'm one of those people who like really loves the movie Love Actually. Is that considered a chick flick?
They think so. I mean,
Because it's super sappy, so. And I watch it every Christmas, and I'm just like, I just act like I haven't seen it before.
so every Christmas, that's your thing, Love Actually.
Yeah, I watch it every Christmas. Yeah.
So you basically, you realize that she's a goth chick, she listens to heavy metal, and then you're like, but I really want to know what movies make her cry. Like, I'd love, after this, I'm going to ask you what your thought process was behind that question. All right, ladies and gentlemen, warm Dubai welcome. Give it up for Brianna Hildebrand. You are awesome.
You are awesome.
No, you are awesomer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I
Okay.
didn't like that round of applause. One more time.